Home teams in the NBA playoffs were just 2-6 straight up this weekend, and that was bad news for me. I had an awful Sunday. And a lot of people out there tell me they want to be a professional handicapper. Well, you better get used to losing, because even the best in the world lose at least 40% of their bets. But what separates the men from the boys, you got to get back up, get back on your horse, and get back to work. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about the Houston Rockets at the Golden State Warriors in Game 3. Before we do that, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For limited time, you can get the rest of the NBA playoffs with this guy right here, who did have an awful Sunday. Still up a few units in the NBA playoffs this season. I still have pending series bets on the Clippers plus 200 against the Nuggets. I got the Indiana Pacers in their series versus Milwaukee, which they're up 3-1, looks damn good. And I got the Minnesota Timberwolves plus 1.5 on the series handicap. And barring Armageddon, literal Armageddon, not the metaphorical sense of Armageddon, that bet has already cashed. So pretty good start to the playoffs despite a bad Sunday. You can feel comfortable backing me for $99 in the next 3.5 rounds of playoff action. So grab that package and you'll be glad that you did. Let's get into the game. Houston comes into Golden State off of a loss in Game 3, trailing 2-1 in the series. Golden State will be a 4-point favorite. The total sits at 203. Yeah, we're seeing some low totals in these playoffs, but all 3 games in this series have gone under the number, and these two teams have gone under in 7 straight head-to-head meetings. You look at Game 3, Houston came out. They were up 3 after the first quarter. They were up 2 after the first half. They went into the fourth quarter with a lead, but Golden State outscored them 35-22 in the final quarter, and it made it look like they got blown off the court from start to finish. That really wasn't the case. They just couldn't finish in the fourth quarter. I'm going to go with zigzag theory here. Coming off of a loss, I expect a bit better of an effort. We still have questions about Jimmy Butler. He didn't play in Game 3. He's still questionable. I believe if he comes back, he's not going to be 100%. I'm also going to look at the under. The trend keeps on holding here with low-scoring games. Neither team has scored 50 points in the first half so far. I don't see either of these teams letting up on defense. Houston has the rebounding advantage in this series. They were one of the top teams in the NBA on the boards this year, and Golden State struggles in that category. The rebound differential wasn't very significant in Game 3. Houston's going to need to do a better job. But I also like Jalen Green. I had Jalen Green over 20.5 points in the last game, and clearly he didn't get there. I didn't win that bet, but to go from 20.5 to 17.5 just one game later, I think that's some pretty decent value. Green is the leading scorer for the Houston Rockets. He averaged 21 points per game this season. And you might look at this total and say, well, it's a low total, so these players aren't going to get as many points. Well, when it comes to the number one option, Steph Curry went off for 36 in Game 3. So when it's the guy that's getting all the shots, he should have no trouble getting to 17.5, 20, 21, 22 points in this game if he's a little bit more aggressive. He just didn't attempt enough shots in Game 3, and the coaching staff has to focus on getting Green more shots in Game 4. So the play is going to be on the under 203, Houston plus 4, and Jalen Green over 17.5 points. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you've got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.